Well, hey everyone. Welcome to the first Campfire tale of this year's Camp Wicked Wild Survival School. And this year, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but if it's any crazier than I've already made it, I'm gonna punch a hole right through my back out my chest. Anyways, tonight joining us we got Jamie. How you doing, Jamie?
Not to say me because I started laughing over whatever that random.
Yeah, I'm still working out the mechanics in my brain.
It was like,
how that's
spoiler alert, Jamie's here because she's cracking up at this.
I may or may not have done that on purpose. I don't know.
My dog is barking in the background. Yes. Hi. What? I'm here. What?
Hey, Jamie, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
You have animals, right?
One was just barking. Yes.
Yeah,
I have animals. Yeah.
Of course. So let's say at night, you're laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, and you reach over the side of the bed. You think you're petting your animal and it's licking your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look over and both dogs are standing in bed looking very confused. What's your first move?
They're the ones not licking. Oh, it's my cat. Oh, spoiler alert. You missed an animal.
Hopefully. That's all I'm saying. Also, we got Dave. How you doing, Dave?
doing well. If I remember correctly, because we used to have a bunch of house cats, I think cat licks are very distinct. Like you know when a cat's licking.
They feel like sandpaper as they lick your thing.
Yeah. And especially
hey, Eli, how's it going?
Oh, good. That's especially not great when you have a cat like mine who, for some reason, loves to lick the same spot. And you have to like fight her and be like, no,
it gets raw.
Like my skin is bleeding. Dave, can I ask you a question?
You sure can.
Let's say, let's harken back to your high school days.
Okay. A glorious time in Dave's life. Sure.
Time.
Let's go back.
You get a Friday night date. Woo! Go to the movies, take her to a Golden Corral.
So this is a pretend past, it sounds like.
It's pretend past. It's a fine date. At the end of the date, she goes, hey, let's go up Lover's Lane and stare at the stars. Now, you've heard some rumors that might be some weirdos running up there, maybe killing people. Are you taking that chance?
Well, first I'm going to be trying to figure out how I ended up in a high school classroom with an 80-year-old who uses terms like "let's go up to Lover's Lane and look at the stars."
Hey, some people like the classical languages. Okay,
they're just traditional. Yeah. But to answer your question, if there's rustling in the woods, without getting into a lot of details, just understand that I grew up as a farm boy. There are implements that I might incorporate into that situation to do a little skeet hunting.
So what you're saying is you would not use the Eli method of defense.
I would not shit myself now.
Okay, well,
I think I can say with great confidence that would not be plan A
B
through
or C?
V.
I'm just saying.
Through V.
I've done the math. It is a proven defense mechanism.
If we get to plan X, I might start entertaining the concept.
Okay.
Fair. That's a fair, like.
All right. Fair enough. Wait, first week of Camp Wicked Wild, we watched Scream. So I thought for this campfire tale, we talked about it on the episode that, after Ghostface, there hasn't been very many memorable slashers on screen. Besides like Art the Clown, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, I argued that one, but yes.
So okay. I thought...
let me just sip on this water bottle real fast.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting that you just so happen to have that nearby. So I thought, who's better to pick the next memorable slasher to be introduced in horror, Wicked Wild style. That's hard to say those two words together.
I noticed.
Wicked Wild style. So I'm getting the American Idol gang back together. Okay, we're calling this Slash Idol. Now,
okay.
Premise of what we're going to do here tonight to pick the next memorable slasher. Okay. I dove into the ancient dark books, and I thought, what better? Because they've been kind of gone for a while with all these new fancy technologies and Slendermans and Momo girls and all these weird that don't make no sense. I was like, let's kick it old school a little bit. So I handpicked 4 urban legends. I will.
Oh, it was urban. When you said the hand licking,
Yeah.
I was thinking urban legends, but I didn't want to. Okay, so you're okay. Cool.
I picked 4 urban legends.
Uh-huh.
I will tell you the legend, and then I'm going to ask you situational questions to see how we think a survivor would deal with this, all based off the movie Scream, of course. You two will hash it out, and by the end of the night, we will pick one new slasher figure who we think should be introduced back into film to become the next memorable slasher in this age of horror cinema.
Okay.
Now, of those 4 I chose, 3 of them cult classics. Everybody knows.
Okay. Oh, okay.
A 4th one, I was originally going to do 3. Then I found this 4th one. And I just have to give him a chance.
Okay. Great.
It's your donkey lady.
It's the true Cinderella story of this of tonight, and I'm really excited for it.
You're rooting for him.
I'm rooting. I'm just saying, I want you two to go in with this with an open mind, and maybe not poo poo on it when I get to it. Okay. So, are we ready to begin?
We are.
Now,
100%.
This is a lot of responsibility on your two's hands.
Of course it is. Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's up to us to figure this out. We need a new slasher that can be made memorable and iconic, just like Ghostface.
okay.
All right. Our first contender, the Hook Man. So you probably remember this fella. The story, the urban legend goes that 2 high school sweethearts one night drive up to Lover's Lane to see a little stars and just talk. You know how it is.
Yeah, just talk.
Just talk. And they're sitting in their car talking.
They're not necking.
Not necking. Not yet. They got to do the talking first.
I actually had a conversation about necking a couple of months ago and bringing that back into like, the regular vernacular, which, by the way, not to go on a tangent, we will come right back to Eli's story. But right after I had that conversation, I watched Schitt's Creek for like the billionth time and forgot that David actually refers to making out with Jake as necking.
Yeah.
Because we just necked behind the barn. So I just wanted to say
Ew,
the best
David.
show on the planet. Yeah, the best show on the planet. Use it so we can bring this back.
It's got a valid.
I feel that's a situational word. Like, I think it all depends on how you look, right? Like, for example, if, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio refers to necking, people are like, oh, okay. If, I don't know, me, like, hey, you want to go necking? I don't think that word will come back.
Okay, sorry. Back to the hook and necking because this took me on a whole. This took me on like a tangent.
So we'll say these 2 high school sweethearts, they're necking in the woods, in their car, and they hear a weird noise. So, of course, the gentleman trying to be a tough guy goes to investigate. Gone for a while. Lady starts getting concerned. Starts hearing a weird scratching noise on top of the car. Getting real nervous. Don't know what it is. Tries to turn the car on. Car won't turn on and run. Decides her only option is to run. So as she scrambles out the car, she looks back, sees her sweetheart hanging from a tree, disemboweled, and standing next to the car is a man with a hook for a hand.
What?
All right. So we all understand the urban legend.
Yeah, don't we already have him?
Yeah.
In like,
no, this is different.
What's it fucking called?
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, it took me a second.
They tried, and instead they just made some weird boat captain.
So we're gonna make him cooler. You're saying
we're gonna make him cooler.
Okay.
Because also, let's be honest, I love Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay. No, do you? Did we know that?
No, probably not.
Have we done a Jennifer Love Hewitt? No, we haven't.
We have not.
No.
It came up in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
It did because we said something about her being the lead or whatever. So, okay.
Fantastic. But
and he may have gushed a little bit.
He might have.
Bit. But her character, and I know what you did last summer. Let's be honest.
What are you waiting for? No Sydney.
No Sydney. So we got to compare this killer Sydney level.
Okay.
So first situation. Now the situational questions will be the same for each story.
Okay.
First question. Hookman goes to make a creepy phone call.
Yeah.
How do we think that's going to sound? Is it him just dragging his hook across the phone, not saying anything? Or is he going to be like punny and be like, hey, got my hook in you or something lame?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this guy, at least in my brain, I don't know where your head is, Jamie, but this guy is 100% the Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees kind of slasher. He doesn't talk.
I was actually thinking of him with a mix of Jeepers Creepers in there. Because you know how like he just shows up on the roof and stuff? You know what I'm trying to say? Like in the car.
He's not Gabby. Yeah.
So my brain is going to silent, like Dave is in a way. Part creature, maybe even if we're going to make him a little bit cooler or not, or masked. I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. But like Dave and I seem to be on kind of a similar wavelength where he's either like he's obviously silent to some degree. Like he's not. Maybe grunts and noises. You know how like Michael Myers and Jason don't do anything, right? Like they don't make any sound. Maybe this guy makes like animalistic grunts.
You think he's a grunter?
Like, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm still thinking of the Jeeper Creeper though. So
Okay. All right. Second question.
Yes.
As we all know in Scream, Sydney was able to fight back and at times slow Ghostface down with her fighting techniques and her ability to turn anything into a weapon. If now Ghostface had a knife in the other Scream movies, and even this one, sometimes he drops that knife. If you got a hook for a hand, you can't drop that. No. Do we think Sydney's WWE style wrestling moves are going to fare well against Hookman?
Yes, I do. Because now it's, even though he can't drop it, it's small. That's what she said. It's like, it's.
Why are you assuming his hook's small? He could have a big hook.
Because if it's too big, then his hand, like he's not even gonna be able to wield. Like then he's turned to like Pyramid Head.
I don't mean like a 12-foot tall hook, but like, have you ever seen a hay bale hook?
No, I don't know what a fucking hay bale hook is.
You hook a hay bale and carry it. But those hooks are like kind of big.
Okay. So now I'm back to thinking, I know what you did last summer, because that's the closest to this urban
roughly
legend.
Size of that.
So
hook.
I'm thinking of like that hook.
Yeah, sure.
I'll wait for Dave's input on this, but like my thing is that although he can't drop it, it also doesn't have reach. Like he has to be pretty to you. So if she gets in there first, if she kicks him in the balls or something, assuming that he has them, we don't know what this creature is.
Yeah, sure.
But like, her wrestling, her WWE moves and her fighting style, I think works on this guy. I think Sydney works on this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents.
Okay. Dave, what do you think?
I'm going to throw a little curveball here, because every story I've ever heard of the hook-handed slasher, it all centers around the car. So what if one of his slasher rules is that he's actually bound to the vehicle? Like he can only get through you through vehicles. Like he's of course, because you're still screwed. You can't go anywhere unless you walk or run.
But if a vehicle passes
why can't you get out of the vehicle though? What?
Because that's where he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the vehicle. Yeah,
so you can't even use the vehicle to get away. So like presumably, if I'm following Dave, Sydney's at the farmhouse. Her option is to either walk really far into town and hope no other vehicles pass her, or just stay there till she dies.
Or hope she picks the vehicle he's not in or around, which actually Ghostface does at one part of that movie.
This is still sounding like Jeepers Creepers. Is he gonna have a Be Eating You license plate also? Because I'm getting really into this Jeepers Creepers spin-off thing that we got going.
Jeepers Creepers, it'll be better than the last Jeepers Creepers movie, I assure you.
I didn't see it. The new one, like the new one. I didn't even.
I think of all of the slasher
done by the pedophile, right? So
I was going to say, as far as all of the slashers that were created, I feel the least bad about stealing this one from it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think Sydney has a good chance against him, but at least again, to all the stories that I've heard, is he's not a showy slasher. He's in the shadows. You're dead by the time you know he exists, kind of thing.
So that's what I mean. So,
and she's kind of, sometimes she's unaware. Like
she did sleep with a killer.
Ghostface gets pretty close to her at times. So, and she apparently doesn't drive at all because her friends take her everywhere she goes.
You're right. She never gets in a car. She never drives a car.
No,
and maybe
she
tries to once.
In any of them, maybe.
At least the first three, I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think I've seen her drive in any of the first three.
I don't think so.
I mean, the second one, she's in the back of a car.
Yeah. Yep. The part of the lore they never tell you about is that Sydney was a raging alcoholic. She had lost her license.
And she didn't want to blow that tube thing.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That's now canon, right? We agree.
Fair enough. And the final thing is, as we know, big part of Scream, all the Screams, is the killer's motivation. All of them tend to be very personal towards Sydney. In the ones I'm counting, 1 through 3. So what would Hookman's motivation be? Why is he out killing people? Because in the urban legend, they never say why.
Well, he obviously doesn't like people necking. He's one of those. He's like a Jason.
Oh, so you think his whole thing is if he sees necking, he's like, "Well, I gotta
come
kill
on."
You now.
Yeah, he's one of those.
He's an abstinence guy for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so a keyboard warrior. He's like,
which is challenging with his hand situation.
Yeah, he does the pecking because he can only type with one hand.
Exactly.
I guess you could technically peck with your hook.
He has a hand and a hook.
I guess
why is every third letter you type, dude, capital letters?
My hook. They're all at parties necking. No one wants to neck the old hook hand.
I will say, because of what Dave said before, I like the idea of us taking Jeepers Creepers, wiping it from creation, and making this hybrid hook creature.
Better option.
Okay. Yeah, that's tied to cars and hates people necking.
We can call it like Jeepers Hooker. Or a hooker creeper.
Hooker creeper.
Yeah.
Hooker creeper.
Yeah, hooker creeper.
Well, and I'll say this, and I think my partner will agree with me on this one. Our version of the Hookman or Jeeper Creeper, whatever you want to, Hooker Creeper.
Yeah.
Our version is ultra violent. Like, makes art nervous. Kind of just butchering people.
Of course. I think, Dave, that's going to go for all 4 of these that we approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're going for NC-17 across the board.
Oh, wow. So with that, I'm going to add one more situational question then, Dave, because of you. I'm adding one more.
Okay.
Is it going to go for all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Ghostface, iconic look. The hooker creeper. What kind of look you giving him?
He's a Jeeper Creeper look.
So it's literally just going to be Jeepers Creeper, but with a hook for a hand?
Well, I think we mix. I think we steal.
Like
I know what you did last summer. And
the old Creepers. Black rain slicker.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we like hybrid them and make some kind of like man thing that wears either a slicker or a trench coat, something like in the night, something dark, and like he could put his collar up, maybe.
Oh,
pop it a little when he's like.
Oh. He's got a little sass in him. Is that what you're saying?
He's a little different than like Jason and Michael Myers, where like he doesn't wear a jumpsuit
dressing.
or whatever. I guess Jason doesn't wear a jumpsuit either, but you know what I'm trying to say. But,
and he carries a Stanley water bottle in his hook hand.
How does he carry that? Does he have like a
because staying hydrated is his motivation.
Oh, I would watch this movie.
He hates how nonchalant and flippant people are about their personal hydration.
Yeah. Too busy necking.
I feel like this is a personal attack on me as I pick up my water bottle. Which is a fake Stanley, because Stanley does not make Art the Clown water bottle.
That's a miss on their part.
And not to go down the rabbit hole too far, but my wife and I were in our car and she has one and she's
Stanley. I guess Stanley.
Yeah. And she was actually using it and she just looked at me. She goes, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever had. Like, it's just completely impractical and it's hard to hold. It weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah. When you put water in these things, I don't even know if she has the bigger one than I do right here, but like when you put water in these, my little limp wrist cannot support this thing.
I literally was there the moment my wife had the realization of, what are we doing here? Like, what is the point?
Well, my thing is they don't fit in a car cup holder.
No.
Well, they do. Mine does.
Oh,
and I have a small car. Yeah, I have an Acura. Yeah.
Oh, because like I know Mary has one.
Mine does, but I don't know.
Mary has one like that where it gives you the appearance that it could.
Oh no, mine does.
Not
so I
fit
don't
in
know.
any of the cup holders between our cars.
That might not. It might be the bigger, or maybe the Stanley doesn't get as small at the bottom. This is not a
true.
Stanley. I don't know, but this fits in my cup holder.
Sorry, I took us down this path.
No.
Yeah, I just enjoyed that this week that she finally looked beside her and said, what am I doing with my life?
She's one of the smart ones, Dave.
If it makes her feel better, it's also apparently elementary school kids' accessories at this point. So,
it's a weapon is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it's a club pretty much.
Yeah, you put that, it's almost like brass knuckles now. You put your hand around that thing.
I think we just made a 6th or 5th, or how many were we doing tonight? Because I think we just made up a 5th.
The Stanley killer.
The Stanley.
If anybody carries a Stanley cup.
Once it's filled with water, that thing is fucking... All right, sorry. Tell us about, is that all we have for the hookman? I mean, the hooker creeper? Because that's his name, by the way.
I like that we came up there. I think we should come up with a name for all of them now. So we got hooker creeper. Okay. All right, cool. So that was your first one. We're all good with hooker creeper?
Yeah, I think so.
Contender number 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's urban legend. They call, which I never understood why they didn't call him the backseat killer, but they all call him the killer in the backseat, which doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
No, we're gonna
say these people are just kind of phoning in these names.
We're gonna have to change his name.
This is the famous tale of a woman drives up somewhere. Some say a gas station, some say a rest stop. Different versions of this, but she pulls up to a place and she sees a creepy man standing, milling around outside, what have you. We'll say the gas station version, she goes in the gas station, does her thing, she pumps her gas, and in all of this, the creepy man walks real slow for some reason, which doesn't make sense for the story, but whatever. Walking slow, whether it be from a limp, a deformity, just a slow walker, 90 years old.
Got a little swagger on him, maybe?
A little swagger, you choose, whatever one.
Maybe drunk,
She feels uncomfortable, jumps in her car. The person, the creepy man that sees her, gets excited, starts walking, waving at her, yelling. She hurries up and pulls out. Doesn't understand what the creepy man's yelling. And here you find out he was trying to warn her that there was a killer in the backseat.
Yep. Who
then pops out and kills her, which seems a terrible time to kill someone when they're driving and you're in the backseat. But do what you will. So, go through the same questions again. Or we could do them in different order if you want.
I have an idea for this one too. Okay. So, because I have a spin. The way I have a modern twist on this urban legend.
Okay.
Fantastic. Go for it.
So first question.
Maybe.
If this killer makes phone calls, how does he do it?
The phone call thing.
Creepy voice, just breathes in the phone, says riddles, car puns.
First of all, it comes through CarPlay on your car now.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true.
Because every time I get in my car, that immediately hooks up. And immediately, I can't even fucking answer a call once I'm in my car because it comes through I would only answer it that way anyway. But you know what I'm trying to say? Everything comes through your car.
You're not given the option,
once I get in my car, it's coming through, everything's coming through the speakers.
Okay.
I'm watching Instagram, it's coming through my fucking car speakers, whatever. But what is he saying? I don't like any of these people talking, but I don't know, Dave, what do you think? I contributed the CarPlay part, but
okay, so he's a backseat killer, right?
He's a backseat.
That's his MO. As a father of 3 and a person who's been married for 28 years, I'm going to say he comes on the phone and starts critiquing your driving skills.
Oh,
he's a backseat driver.
Goes full backseat.
Took that turn a little.
The greatest nightmare.
Well, the other way we're going to...
What's your hurry?
I'm trying to think of what the rest of your questions were.
Why are you leaving the high beams on?
Okay, what was it?
Wasn't that your turn?
The speed limit's only 55.
That's a double line. It's a double line.
Where's the fire, big fella?
This is a deer crossing area. Oh, I love it. Okay. God. Okay. All right. Second question. Going toe to toe. Whoever the final girl of our movie is going toe to toe.
It's Jaime, right?
Or just assume Jamie's in all these, right? She's the new Sydney. Because she plays every part in all of our movies. Oh, by the way, hashtag TM on all the ideas we come up with this whole podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You can't copy them. These are our movies. Hashtag TM, copyright.
Creeper hooker.
Creeper hooker, all of it. Everything we say in this podcast.
Yeah, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Can you all imagine how quickly Eli would devolve into insanity if he saw one of his concepts actually get turned into a movie.
And I wasn't involved.
Exactly.
Oh,
he would go 100% Dirt Baby in 10 minutes. If he saw a trailer for a Donkey Lady movie,
there'd be a based on a true story slasher film. Like I would just like all these TV execs just see me outside in my whitey tighties covered in petroleum jelly. Just,
I know what you did.
Yeah, I know what you did. I said hashtag TM.
Wait, before I know we have to answer this question, but part of my answer is based on what is the third question again? Just remind me first.
Third question is motivation.
Oh, okay. And then what was the new question?
Their look.
Okay, so my answer to this is going to give away a little bit about their look. So I'm just going to cut. You want me
to switch it? There. Well, next question will be, how does this guy look? What do you think his style is?
Well, here's the thing, though, because here's my thought on this this new slasher, and we know how I feel about this, but just bear with me for 1 second. As someone who has a modern car, which most of us do, just simply because when I say modern, I even mean in the past 10, 50 years. Like if people forget, I was in Manhattan. I haven't driven for a long time besides zip cars, but now I have a brand new car.
Let's be honest. What Jamie actually has is a cool whip.
Yeah.
Is what she has.
Cool whip. I like
here's the thing that should concern everybody, not just females or whatever, but like when you get in a car by yourself, I, as well as everybody else, now has alerts that tells you if something's in your back seat. And it's fucking creepy when there's nothing there and it's like alerting you, or vice versa. And it's like, or the person doesn't have the seatbelt on. You're like, but I don't there's nobody back there. Because it's like based on weight. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's someone back there. And you're like, no, my dogs aren't, like, nothing is back there. So based on that, I'm going to say, and I don't like this, but I'm going to say that this slasher is kind of supernatural, ghosty, maybe, like can dissipate because his presence can like be there, but you don't see him.
He's interdimensional.
Okay? Yeah, like, so his weight is on that seat. So this is going to be part of our like movie. Like his weight this is going to be like the cold openers. And instead of the scream killing, so like the girl's going to get in the car and it's going to have the little alert. And she's like, it's not fucking there. I heard her. So same way like the high beams used to, or like people used to like warn you, this little alert is going to be the modern take on this. And it's going to be like alerting the girl in the cold open. And she's going to be like, there's fucking nothing in their car. And like, she's like, I got to get this fixed or whatever. And then he's going to like up here. And he's going to kill her. With what? I have not decided.
He's going to lean forward and say, let's keep our eyes on the road. Okay, big fella.
No texting and driving.
We get her ticket.
Okay, so that's my vision of this killer. I'm trying to make it a little different than a slug because.
All right, I like it. Dave.
And because I had that whole idea about someone in the back seat.
Yeah,
when you don't
I like the idea. It's a good idea. Dave,
my car warns me every time. So when I get in, by the way, every single thing, there's like a red in the back because one of my seatbelts, I guess, isn't buckled, but like Sari's seat is on it. You know what I mean? But like her car seat, and it's like constantly red. And I'm just like, there's nobody. It's my dog, and she's in a seatbelt. She's just not in the real seatbelt.
So shut up.
Yeah, and it's like there's someone in your back seat, and they're not buckled in, and I'm like, fucking shit, man.
My daughter realized that mine has that in the back, and if she leans on the other seat, she can get it to trigger. And we've had several conversations about that. I'm like, it was funny the first 5 times you did it.
Time 500. No, it's funny.
Kind of funny, but yeah. So anyway, this is how that's going to play into the movie because it is a creepy thing. If like I've had talks with some of my friends about that, like when it does alert you, and you're like. You know, if you're by yourself and you get in and it's all creepy. Of a sudden it's just like someone's in you're like, holy shit. Like what? So
see, my hatchback has it too. So it's even worse because like if my seat's up, I can't see in the hatchback. Oh, and like I'll get it and I'll look up to see the back seat. I'm like, I don't think there's anyone in there.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm gonna walk to work.
So the thing I'm adding, because I think this, and I've actually had a conversation with a couple of friends about this, a big missed opportunity in modern horror slasher as far as cars are concerned is nobody has yet to really creatively use airbag systems, and those are freaking bombs in a car.
So mine
is going to just beat you to
covered
death with
in
the
airbags?
Oh, that's gonna be a good. That's gonna be Dave. That is definitely gonna be part of our cold open. Like that's definitely, so from the evolution of
shattered bones, faces being torn off.
When he comes into like vision, you think he's gonna like reach a front and strangle her or something, which maybe he has multiple ways to kill people, whatever. But maybe he just fucking destroys her with the airbag.
Yeah, she jumps back from the back seat against the steering wheel, and the airbag comes through her chest.
Yep. Oh. And then what happens is, because of all that, she does crash into something, but they all think that she just had a fucking accident.
Exactly.
And the airbags deployed. Guys, we are just so fucking smart. Like,
ooh, I like this. I will say, I really love the ideas. A little disappointed no one said driver safety vest. Just by him whispering about your unsafe driving, but I like the ideas.
He could wear that. The point is that he's semi-invisible. He's semi-supernatural. This one, like this,
obsessed
one is
with car safety.
Yes, this one's like he can come and go, because I think that's important. Being in cars, like he's got to he can't just be sitting there when you get in, because half the people will. Like a lot of people do look in their backseat because they're afraid or whatever.
Yeah.
And like whatever. So
and the world's a shitty place.
Yeah. So
that it is.
So he could wear whatever you want. You want him to wear a driver's vest? He's wearing a fucking driver's safety vest. He looks like a fucking dummy, a crash test dummy. Oh my god!
He's crash test dummy.
Ooh, done and done.
But like melting face.
Oh.
Like he's got like a guys. We're
this is hashtag TM all this once again.
We are on fire tonight.
Ooh, man. Okay. All right. Third question. In a fight, how is our final girl going to better fight him? Like I said,
I don't know. This one, I think this one's hard to fight, because I think he's going to come out of nowhere. You know what I'm trying to say? He's always going to
smack the dash.
Yeah, and when you're driving, no matter what you do, you're going to get an accident. Now you're either going to, you know what I'm trying to say? Anytime you do anything in a car, it's a little bit impractical to some degree, because it's going to cause an accident. Even if you defend, now your hands are not on the wheel, 10 and 2, like you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So either way, this is going to end pretty roughly.
Yeah.
And then
and the more.
Something's going to come through the windshield. We're going to have the fucking tree. We're going to have a Final Destination 2. We're going to have plenty of these things, but
and the more reckless you drive as you're dealing with this entity in the back seat, the more aggressive it becomes.
Oh, so you really can't fight it.
No, this one's hard. This one's hard.
Oh man,
this one's harder than
the only way to stop is just don't drive.
Yeah, we have another car one, by the way.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. All right.
But this one,
and this is the origin story for the Hitcher.
Ooh.
Oh, are we stealing there's already a Hitcher, but are we stealing the name?
Yep.
Okay. And then final one. What's his motivation? Why is he doing these things?
Because people are terrible drivers.
Yeah, they're idiots out there.
Yeah.
All right.
He was killed on a motorcycle.
Road rage.
He was a motorcycle rider, was killed on the interstate.
And now he is just
out. Now he's here.
He's not having it. He is not having it.
Driver safety with violence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And he doesn't mess with bikers. He only messes with car drivers.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, bikers are terrible drivers too, because if one more biker fucking zips in and out of lanes on the fucking highway,
The difference is the bikers' bad decisions are probably going to catch up with them before they catch up with you.
They are. And that's why I'm afraid of motorcycles. Because no matter you're kind of, it's the same view I have on jumping out of a plane. I get people trying to go skydiving, but it's why even take that risk? I don't need to be on a fucking rocket between my legs with nothing around me, so that if something happens, all it's protecting me is a fucking helmet. Are you kidding me?
That's what she said.
But that also makes sense, because it's gonna, if we're trying to make a serious film, it's gonna be weird if at one point someone's riding a motorcycle and then you just see hands wrap around them to hold it on. Not much you can mess with somebody when you're holding on for dear life.
He's got only the part.
There's no airbags. Yeah.
As soon as you stop, I'm going to kill you.
All right, we did good with 2 of them so far. Let's go.
Yeah.
This is
I'm on a roll here. Let's go.
Remember, you can only choose one.
I know.
You made 2 good ones.
I know. I already know which one I would pick out of the 2, though. I think maybe.
All right.
Maybe
the third one, the urban legend, is once again, no name for this fella.
We're gonna give him one.
We're gonna give him one, but they call the story "The Licked Hand."
Oh God, I forgot about this one.
The girl who has a dog. She goes to bed one night.
I'm gonna have fun with this one.
Arm falls over the side of the bed. Someone's licking her fingers. She wakes up. She looks over. Dog sitting in bed staring at her. Realizes it's not the dog under the bed. It's a killer. Question 1. If he calls, how do those phone calls go?
You're forgetting about the fucking phone calls. This one talks, and I'll tell you why later. This one talks.
Okay.
Oh, he's got a tongue, so obviously he talks.
Or you mean like he just doesn't call, just like?
No. This one's like a kind of like a chatterbox, but not in a funny way.
Creepy.
Yeah,
terrible.
this one fucking talks. Yes.
Yeah. And says nasty crap.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Second question. If our final girl fighting it, how's she gonna do?
No, we're going to looks first. Remember, we have to establish this thing.
We'll do looks first. How's he gonna look?
I don't know. My thought, and Dave, take this from me and evolve it, or do your own. I just meant like the only thought I had in my head, and obviously because we're horror fans, my brain is not the most creative, so I take something else and I involve. The way I took Jeepers Creepers for my inspiration, although I had no inspiration for the crash test dummy, he just came to me. But this to me feels a little bit not his look, but like in like, and I'm going with original It, like when he opens his mouth and all of a sudden he's got like like teeth instead, right? That is the This is what I'm thinking is in our character to some degree. I haven't gotten past that, but like something where like I think this thing may either be cannibalistic or we're going like we might be going Texas Chainsaw kind of route in like.
Okay. Yeah, the mouth is the focal point. I like where your head's at.
The mouth is the focal point. So it could change. Maybe it sometimes has a weird tongue or the teeth. Because after it licks, it's going to start eating limbs off. That's my licks and then just bite. The moment that she sees that her dogs are on the bed, it's biting her. It's too late and her hand is being consumed.
Okay.
She's being pulled under the bed. Yeah.
Or when she pulls it out, there's bone and, I'm trying to say like something like
finger looking good.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know, Dave, thoughts?
No, I like it. I'll double down on that and say the face is all mouth. Like it has no other features. It's just the mouth with this like Gene Simmons octopus kind of tongue that's actually prehensile.
I'm going to add to this and say this is like a hybrid of Eli's gonna like where I go with one of them. A hybrid of kind of like a liquor from Resident Evil, but with remember the scene we wanted more of in Pie Whack-It when it's on its all fours and it's like in the this is our
it doesn't stand upright. It only
but does that count as slasher? Now we're making creature. Is that
I would say from West Virginia there's a little bit of inbreeding.
We do what we want.
I know, but okay. We just made a creature, not a slasher. I like this thing though. And it's going to be under the bed. And because remember how many times I told you guys, like things on 4 legs are they creep me out. So we need
especially spider crawling things.
Yeah, we need something creepy out there. Like fucking creepy. Like Slender Man's not creepy. Like we need like a creepy.
And I love the inhumanness of no features, just this grotesque mouth that's drooling all the time. I mean, we're getting close to xenomorph territory, but it's a totally different kind of thing in my mind. It's not like it has like wolf teeth or sharp teeth. It just has a mouthful of rotting teeth. Just nasty teeth. Kind of like art, just a mouthful of
like gross,
nasty teeth. Yeah.
And it licks you.
Even if we were close to xenomorph, I was thinking more of the white ones. Remember the weird ones that they have? But those aren't creepy enough. But when I'm still, but like, because don't they also move on 4 at times?
You know how you can make it creepy and make it appear that it was once human?
What?
They're on a pair of dirty whitey tighties.
Yeah.
No, really?
And I would say because we've already decided this thing's whole personality is what it says, and it says nasty crap, like just not mere fuel kind of stuff to people.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Now it talks. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm also going to say that this thing is butt naked. Like just doesn't worry about clothes or anything. It's just full on nasty.
Yes. I think, because if you put it on all 4s, it can't really, wearing clothes, then it gets a little goofy.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a little bony and a little like, like it's got to be.
Yeah, we know who we're going to have play it in our movie.
It's the new one, that new guy. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, the contortionist.
Troy James, right? Yeah. Troy James, I think.
Yeah, contortionist.
The contortionist and everything. Okay. Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. So then, presumably next question,
and maybe as a twist, sorry, Eli.
No, you're good, please.
My brain won't stop. What? Maybe as a twist, its genitals is a tongue.
Oh, that's really gross.
What's licking me?
You don't know if he's licking you with his genitals or his mouth. Because then he can lick two people at once.
Exactly.
Because like both people on each side of the bed are feeling licks.
Wow.
How unlucky are you?
We just took a left turn.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
I think though, I know your next question is like final girl. I think I'm going to put him in the middle of our two. I think the Hookman's the easiest to defeat. I think the car guy is the hardest just simply based on because he could be invisible and that adds a layer of like,
and you can't get away from
control the car. Like there's so many variables. This one, if you see him in the corner, like there's a middle of the road here where you have a chance. He's fucking he's batshit insane. He will destroy you, rip you apart, eat you. But what I mean is like, I think the final girl, this is like a 50-50. I think that's easier with Hook, harder with car. And we haven't given this one a name yet.
But you could fight. You could fight it.
I think you could fight it. Whether you're going to survive as a hard, but you could fight this. You could fight it.
Okay.
I think you win, final girl. Hitcher, you lose. And this thing, I don't know. I want to lose with this thing because I feel like it will fucking eat it'll rip you apart. But
it's going to be a scene for sure.
It's going to be a scene, but there'll be one final girl. She will fight it because it's doable. Whether she burns it, whatever the fuck she does with this thing. It will be fightable, but we haven't given this one a name.
Makes it bite its tongue.
Ooh, or has it licked poison or licked something that kills it?
Have
it lick
puts it in her hand or...
but yeah, it needs a name.
I can't say liquor because that's Resident Evil.
That's true. The bed liquor.
The taste bud. Sorry, the dad joke just kind of falls out of me sometimes.
They make dolls of it. It's like Chucky, but instead of the bunny, it's the taste bud. Oh, why are you the way that you are?
All right, that's a good one too. Not a slam.
That's like Dr. Giggle.
Yeah,
they did that shitty movie, but that's the taste bud.
Dr. Giggle.
Can you imagine? We call it taste bud. How many unfortunate kids will get it confused with Air Bud?
That's how we find our new audience.
Yeah.
Mommy, why does this movie start with Air Bud licking people under a bed? Oh, he bit her hand. It's got a tongue penis.
This is definitely going to be a grimy movie. Like,
it's Grindhouse.
Grimy. Like, yeah.
Okay.
This one's the grossest of all of them. We all said they're all going to be very gory and whatever, but like some might be. So I would think the first one's going to be more slashery fun, maybe. Let me think. Yeah. The second one, serious. This one's going to be fucking gross. Like,
cringy, gross.
Creepy, cringy, gross. This
one. Okay. So next question. This might be the easiest question of them all for this one. What's the motivation?
Oh, he's a cannibal. He just wants to fucking eat you and be a creep. I mean, I don't think there is this one. That's the creepiest part. Like, this thing has no fucking motivation. It's disgusting. It's motivation. It is. Well, it's not a human, so I guess now it's not cannibal. But whatever it is, it consumes human beings. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's important to note that this thing does not eat animals. It only eats human beings.
Good call.
Well, I just assumed in all of these, if we make any of these movies, we just won't do animal death.
Maybe
they're all vegetarians.
Maybe we go the demonic route, and this is the Lord of the seventh ring of hell, like of lust.
Oh, or
greed.
gluttony.
Or gluttony.
Yeah. All right.
Throw a little possession in there.
We're
it
so
gets
good at this. Why are we not
licked by Dante?
Because we've watched every horror movie ever made.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, throw your fourth one at us. That is, or whatever.
King Taste Bud of the seventh ring.
Now, this next one,
or the taster, if we want to be a little like
the taste maker.
The other urban legends. It's highly contested whether they're real. There are true crime examples of what they think it may be based on, most of them. But this one actually has a basis in incident. But the urban legend came after the fact as reports of what occurred. Okay.
Is this the special one that you added just for you? Okay.
I did.
I've been looking forward to this.
All right. Now, this occurs in 1944.
Okay.
It occurs in the old US of A.
Okay.
In the Midwest, farm estates, corn states. Okay.
You guys are familiar with this. Yes.
So in 1944, in this town of Mattoon, there was reports of people becoming ill, either by becoming down with like flu-like symptoms, throwing up, severe headaches, some even losing the ability to walk for a time period. And many of these people reported that before they got sick, they either saw what looked like some type of gas in the air or smelled some type of weird gas.
No, I knew where we're going with this one.
They also reported to seeing a person dressed up in like a rubber outfit, carrying like one of those weed killer pump sprayers.
Oh God, yeah.
And spraying the gas around them. Police never found nobody. Everybody that claimed they smelled this gas, there's about 24 people. They all got better after a couple of days.
Okay.
Investigators went in, and they could not find a direct cause, but they're like, this all could have happened from smelling like animal waste and just bad food, or just like farm, like manure smell could have shifted downwind, and like they all breathe this in. And
is this the kitty litter zombie? Is that what you're trying to sneak past us?
No, I'm trying to sneak past you. The town argued like, nope, there's a guy out here doing this. He never showed up again. It never happened again.
A weed killer.
Calling him the Mad Gasser.
The Mad Gasser.
So got the Mad Gasser. Already has a name.
Okay. Yeah, he does.
He calls you on the phone before he gasses you. How's that conversation going?
This guy's full on Boomhauer. That's what I'm saying.
He's like, he's from you. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong down here, man?
Jibber jabber.
Gas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not going to make a very creepy slasher, no.
Well, what if he doesn't talk to you? What if he just like puts
he
the phone up
through the gas
and you just hear the pump of his sprayer?
Is he wearing? Listen, is he like My Bloody Valentine? Is he wearing a gas mask?
No, it's more of like a
sounds
farmer,
like a McDonald's drive-through.
Or like a farmer, like like little like
respirator.
Mask,
yeah, but we have to make him cooler.
Oh, that's right. That's true. That's true. You mean he's not already cool?
I feel like we have to make him cooler. So like, but then it goes right. Doesn't My Bloody Valentine wear a gas mask? Right? Isn't that the?
Well, he wears a miner's mask. Yeah.
A minor. It doesn't look like a gas. Oh,
well, kind of. Yeah.
Well, then this guy's got to wear some form of a gas protection. Because obviously, whatever he's pumping out is going to be toxic.
So, what are you saying? He can't talk on the phone because he's wearing that?
I don't know. I was wondering if he just breathes in through the thing or whatever.
Like a gas mask breathing noise. Okay.
Yeah, but I get it. Maybe we don't do gas, but he's got to have some kind of protection because if he's spewing this out on people, he needs to protect.
Well, and I'm going to say, for the sake of my 10-year-old daughter, who this is what she wants to be for Halloween, this is for Daisy.
What does she want to be?
Let's go full plague bear mask.
Oh,
what is that? What?
A plague bear mask, like the
plague. Oh yeah,
plague doctors.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and he's actually inhaling drugs through the beak of it is jammed with like hallucinogenics.
I fucking like that. Or sometimes it also
because nobody's ever used the plague doctor.
No, and it's cool. Sometimes it could, it could also have tubes at times if he's like doing something, maybe not all the time because that's impractical, but like there could be times where he's home or he's whatever, where he needs it straight into the fucking system and he's just like,
but we know he's out of his mind. Like he is insane from all the drugs he's taking.
So that phone call is just him
all
huffing.
black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he wears all black.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Like all black. With and a black like I like that. Babe.
Okay. This took a turn of events I did not expect.
Daisy would love that because he is very excited to be a plague doctor.
You making the Mad Gasser cool. Did not expect this.
Cool.
So in a fight, how's the final girl gonna do?
Well, he's gonna have also, I don't know if he's gonna have a variety or like he's a Mad Gasser, so obviously I guess he has to have gas, but what if he also has like acid in there?
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're saying weed killer, and that's what I was thinking of, someone with like a bug or a weed, like those are the fucking like exterminator things, or like that. What if he, or maybe that's another thing. Maybe he pulled it off his skull. Maybe he's got like a minor little like.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist.
Yeah, he definitely is. And like, what if he pulls that out sometimes? Like when he can't reach you with the gas, the acid gets a little fucking further. Like you think he's got all gas, and then all of a sudden,
you're
walking into acid mist.
Yeah.
And I'm saying his MO is also very Jigsaw. Like he probably puts these intricate traps together and intricate like kills together for the people that he takes down. It's all very theatrical for him, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's I like that.
You're always walking to gas. Like no matter what you do, just different types of gas. Okay. All right. So how are we gonna think he's gonna do in a fight? Like is it gonna be like Jigsaw, you really can't fight him? Because you can't get close enough, or
no? I think she also has a chance on this.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. The way you beat this guy is out thinking him because he's out of his mind.
Yeah. I think this is a thinking one.
Yeah,
this is a smart final girl, not like a
exactly.
This also could be like a one of our, because this is actually we've only done one so far, but I could think of I haven't seen one of our movies, but in my head this is like one of our final girls, like making the most of what you got, but like but smart
thinking on your feet.
Thinking,
making the right decision. Yeah.
Well, I thought this was gonna be a silly one, and this might be the cool one of the cool ones.
We went cool across the board. I think these are all 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
But now you make it hard for yourself.
I know which is my worst one, I think.
The thing that pisses me off is I would 100% watch all of these movies over anything I've seen in 2024.
Oh, 100%.
Or anything coming out. Yeah. Well, wait, sorry. Wait, let me take a drink out of this bottle again.
There may be one.
That's weird. I wonder what she's implying. So just to recap, our 4 options now.
Yes.
Are you keeping the Mad Gasser name?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Right, Dave? Sure. I don't know. Why not? It already
we don't care if it's silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not going to think it's so funny when they see what this guy does.
That's true.
It's not going to be so silly anymore.
All right. So
we've got Art the Clown.
Which is a dumb name. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I would rather see this guy with his gas traps than 99-year-old Jigsaw in the next Saw movie coming out.
Yeah.
So recap is 4 you have to choose from. Is you got Hooker Creeper.
Hey, if we're gonna give points, we know which one has the best name. I'll just say that. Like
the Hitcher, Taste Bud, and the Mad Gasser. So I think to start the deliberations, out of those 4, is there any you would just cut right away?
Yeah, me personally. I mean, I
how about this?
I like what we created.
You each make a cut
one
to go to the final 2. Yeah. So Jamie,
cut's my favorite. Okay,
that's what we get to.
I'm cutting as much as I love the name. I'm cutting the Creeper Hooker. Just
okay.
Okay. Right? I don't know. I think I'm thinking there's a lot better stories here, or at least in my brain, gorier scenes and whatever. So I like him. I love his name. I think we could do a lot with him. And I think all 4 of these should be made. But we're in the pitch room right now. We only have the money for one. Okay. I'm going to cut that one.
All right. You're cutting the Hooker Creeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Dave.
You okay with that, Dave?
Yes. And for all transparency, now I'm in a bad way because that was obviously the one I was going to pick too. So he is definitely number 4 out of the, he's 4 out of the 4. So the next one, if I had to also cut one of the 3 left, I really want to see this taste bud creature wreck some fools.
So do I.
And I at this point I really want to see this this plague plague doctor hallucinogenic. I mean, both of those figures just seem like they need to be on the freaking screen.
Yep.
As much as I love the Hitcher and the concept, I think there is legs for a franchise with the other 2. I don't know that there's legs with a franchise with the Hitcher. But those 2 are franchises.
So we cut the one with the best name, in my opinion, and then we already came up with a very cool open to the Hitcher. Like I see it. I see that whole fucking scene.
Yeah.
And that's great. But again, we only have money for one. So I'm with
We're going to make that one. After we make these two, we are going to make that.
Yeah. So now the final two.
This one's going to be, it's
Taste the Bud versus the Mad Gasser. There can only be one. Who's going to be?
Eli loves to do this.
I do. No, Eli, you might have to be the tiebreaker though. Like, how are we going to, what if Dave and I just complete? Oh God.
I might have to be the tiebreaker. Why do you think I chose 4? So you have these two. Can you guys come to consensus? Who's going to be the new iconic slasher that will be sequeled to Hell and Back? Can we come to a consensus, you two?
Do you want to give our... So I'm just going to...
Well, how about we do this? Initial... how about we do initial choices? See where we're at, and then we'll go from there. So, Jamie, what is your initial choice?
My gut is the fucking monster because I want... But
because you're a creature feature person.
Yeah, and Dave is right. They're both fucking cool. To be fair, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I think you get more series from the gas guy just because of his look and I think you do. I think we're talking about a slash. We started this as an iconic slasher because we haven't had one in a long time. Or the newest, and if whatever. And I think if you go by those rules,
he foots the bill.
He does. But Jamie really wants to see something eat people and fucking rip out bowel, insides. And,
after taunting them by licking them.
Oh God. So I'm going to stand by my choice. I'm going to stand by my choice and we'll see where this conversation goes.
Dave, what's your preliminary choice?
I'm going to agree with everything that Jamie said and pick the Mad Gasser because I do think if I'm building my new horror studio, my new Blumhouse Crusher, I open with the Mad Gasser.
Yeah,
I am going to do Taste Bud, but that's going to be my Jason Voorhees because not only do you get a figure that everybody loves, there's already a great celebration of the Plague Doctor as a figure. But we're not going the Thanksgiving route where this is a costume this person puts on. They are a Plague Doctor. They are full on, probably thousands of years old. And the beauty of it being a masked creature is you can swap it out. You can change it up. And you can reboot, and you can.
It's gonna it'll get demasked at some time, and we'll see what it looks like under there. But then,
But yeah, that doesn't happen until the 3rd or 4th.
Of course, I was gonna say 4.
When his psychic daughter comes into play.
When they run out of things to do.
So we put you in a tie situation, Eli. Maybe it was artificially constructed, but
are you guys already deferring for me to choose?
I think Dave and I are going to stand our grounds. No, Dave. Yeah. It's what sucks is I do agree with Dave, but I for this purpose of this little game, I think I'm going to stand my ground. I think these are the two coolest. I think Dave is absolutely right. I think if we're talking slashers, I don't disagree. I think that thing, and think of everything you could do with that, the figures you can make, same thing with a creature, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, the merch is going to be off the hook.
The merch, it's going to be great. And masks that people are going to buy for Halloween, obviously. Yep. But for the purpose of this game,
so I'm the tiebreaker, huh?
So technically, I kind of agree with Dave, but
I don't think we're going to be mad either way. I think both of us are saying.
I do just want to point out, though, again, for those that are listening, once again, Eli wins. Eli always wins. Once again. I don't even know how I keep doing this. You would think eventually one day...
You amaze even yourself.
I do. It's crazy. But if I had to choose, I love both of them. Especially because I did not think this is what we were going to go with the Gasser. I thought that one's going to get thrown out real quick. But we are picking a slasher type figure. And as much as I want to see the liquor with a tongue penis as much as you, Jamie, it is a creature, not a slasher. So I would go with the Mad Gasser.
I get it. And I'm not mad. I like this. I like where we ended up. We're going to have a
blast on set.
Yeah. And we're going to get all 4 eventually. In our dream world, all 4 of these will come to fruition, probably in that order. It will go Gasser, liquor, pitcher, Oh God, then the fucking creeper, hooker, hooker creeper, whatever.
Hooker creeper.
And our gimmick for the Mad Gasser is we only use like past horror historical final girls in the survivor of each of our movies. Like it's going to be Neve Campbell. It's going to be Jamie Lee Curtis. It's going to be
same character or different characters?
No, different character, but
different
those actors.
Ooh, I like it. So once again, #TM. Jason Blum, if you're listening.
Get off my porch.
Like it's gonna be serious, right? Like we're talking it's gonna be,
for sure.
It's gonna be depraved a little bit because
like, we're not going for consumer success.
Speaking of like a Dr. Satan, but like in a full movie, not looking like that, but like in a full
understand how creative with the kills we can get, how much stuff can be turned to gas.
God. We've got like
besides
7
poison, acid. You can aerate gasoline and then have them light a room on fire. Liquid nitrogen, they freeze their lungs.
Oh my God. Like insert, because he can't carry them all around with him. Can you imagine a scene where he just like takes this thing and he hooks it up to different, like he twists it on different like fucking
What if he has a crazy
does,
chemical van?
Yeah, like he freezes people. We're gonna get
and he MacGyvers these traps.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
So many good kills.
Mm-hmm. Liquid or nitrogen to give them the bends, like out of water.
Yeah. Turn them inside out.
Yeah, you can the stuff you can do. There's so many gases.
This is good, guys.
Even though in real life this is how it happened, but fuck it, it's our movie. Throw neon gas and make people glow to death.
We do whatever we want. We established that on this podcast.
And Mad Gasser 10, when we go to space, is going to be on a whole other level. Because you're only breathing what I tell you to breathe.
Yeah. Because then the whole ship is his weapon.
Yep.
Oh God, guys. So good.
Why won't people give us money?
I don't know.
Don't understand.
This has to be, I don't know. So we've been doing this for 3 years. I think we have collectively pitched 900 movies.
All $1 million ideas.
Just saying. Like, listen.
This is the best one, though, I think. This has been the most Campfire Tales. We have had a very
as far as pitch meetings go, this is top.
This was fantastic.
Any of you horror production companies that are tired of doing sequels, remakes, and the 7,000 Ghost movie, or Smile, if you're tired of making Smile, which you should be.
We gotta get this in front of some people.
Yeah, I'm just saying the only person we really want to talk to because of the level we want to go to is David Howard Thornton. That's the only person we're willing to partner with.
Well, I was about to say, because we know I'm obsessed with like Damien Leone and like Fede. I was about to say assign a director to some of these.
Oh, do we want to pick directors?
Because they're all, but keep in mind, they're all gory, so we don't need anybody from A24 or whatever. Okay. That doesn't, but like.
Yeah. What if we threw Del Toro away? We dare you.
Oh, boy.
Just make the nastiest thing.
It has to be the taste.
The liquor. It has to be.
It has to give Del Toro
it has to be the creature.
And tell him we don't want a PG-13, NC-17, or go home. I think Del Toro would go game on.
Yeah, I hope so.
It'd be so whimsical looking.
I was gonna give Fede I don't know about the plate. But you got to give him something over the. Maybe he gets the hooker creeper because he can make that fucking.
Make it a butcher.
Like make it the coolest kind of like.
I'm gonna throw out a name here for the Mad Gasser because I think a level of depravity could be brought.
If you say Rob Zombie,
I am going to say Rob Zombie.
Ooh, you just lost a friend for life.
Yeah. 2 of us.
I just think Rob Zombie could do something crazy with that.
I don't know.
I think he's past it.
I think he is too.
I think he's grumpy old man at this point.
A little bit.
But
maybe in his prime, but I think he's too bitter now.
I was trying. I don't know about the game. It's all very gory.
What about Rugna, though?
What?
Who?
Demian Rugna, the guy who did Terrified and.
I love that guy. Yes, give it to fucking him.
He would do the liquor guy, right?
I don't know. He would do a lot of.
He would be nasty.
Yeah, you could give him though.
Where evil lurks. That's when evil lurks. That's the other one. They were both creepy.
You know what? You might also be able to give him the car one because if you give him some kind of supernatural whatever element to it too, like I don't know, he could take the creature one. He could take the.
But I think he'd be a good partner.
Okay.
Because he doesn't give a shit.
I like him. No, he doesn't give a shit. He's like, I always compare him to Damien Leone, except that Damien Leone is just more just out his mind, just gore, like whatever, nonsense.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. We're sitting at the table. We got all these directors who want to be involved.
These amazing directors, yeah.
Knock on the door. John Carpenter goes, I got one more film in me.
No, I'm sorry, John Carpenter, sit down.
John, you are 100% in charge of the soundscape for Plague Doctor. For the
for that one. Yeah.
Because he would put some bangers together for
for sure.
But sit down in the corner, please.
Yeah. Now go home and work on the soundtrack.
We send him home.
Yeah.
We're sitting back down. We're getting back to work. Knock on the door.
Uh-oh. Who?
It's a psychic. She goes, Wes Craven reached out from he wants to direct one more movie.
He'll come back to life.
He gets the most slashery one. So he gets either the hit. He gets because I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah, he gets the hooker.
Yeah, I would say creeper hooker. I don't.
Yeah, he gets.
I love Wes Craven. I saw what he did last time with some supernatural elements, and I just don't want him to do that again.
Yeah, he has a hard time going kooky. Yeah, he needs some ground to work with.
He spent all of his kooky on Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
He burned all his kookiness up with that.
Yeah, that's true. You made a great point. If it's Wes Craven, I don't want him to have a character that talks because I don't like the way he makes his films.
Yeah, and actually, as we were thinking too, I was thinking of other directors, and it's like we made most of these serious, so you can't. I was gonna say Alexander Aja, whatever, but as much as I like him, his creature features tend to go. I fucking love Piranha. We know that, but it's a fucking joke.
Yeah,
the whole thing is.
He doesn't take him seriously.
No.
Yeah, Crawl, but they're still not. No, they're not. The level that we are looking for is that. Disgusting. Well, some of them, but grindhousey for some, and serious.
If we don't get the people vomited in the theater headline for our poster, what are we doing?
I want people to walk out. I know you. I want people to stand up and say, "I can't do this.
This is unacceptable."
I got 2 more knocks on the door for you. So we have an exorcist come, exorcise Wes Craven back to the spirit realm.
Oh yeah, he went back. Yeah,
then I'm on his way. We sit back down. Finally, bunch of competent directors here. We're gonna pick one.
Yeah, we have more. Yeah, we got a whole bunch. We're not even mentioning some, but
knock on the door.
Yep.
Go to the door.
Rudman's getting taste bud.
It's
Eli Roth. It's Eli Roth.
I knew Eli Roth was going to come into this. Yeah.
No one liked this Thanksgiving movie, so I can't make the second one. Can I make one of these?
I don't know if there's one Eli Roth.
I would argue no.
Maybe the car one. Eli Roth. Eli Roth is also kind of jokey, right? What's the most serious movie Eli Roth has done? I like
maybe Hostel.
But it's one big joke. His male characters in that are blatant jokes. They're walking fucking.
And I just
stereotypes
because my anger is still so fresh.
From what?
And he took my favorite video game franchise and shat all over it. Roth doesn't get a pass for me. Because what he did with Borderlands really pissed me off.
I didn't see. Okay, I was like, "What are you talking?"
I won't watch it. I saw the initial reviews. I'm like, I can't watch it.
Yeah, I don't know why he did it. I think he knows better, but they probably threw a dump truck of money at him.
Yeah.
But that movie, genuinely, just what a miss because that is such a cool universe.
Yeah,
and nothing against any of these actors, but. All of the actors are over the age of 60 for a cool teen video game movie. I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, I was confused by that too. I was very confused by the because I didn't watch it, but I was by the choice. I didn't know that was him actually, so that makes
yeah.
And we're not even. There better not be at the knock at the door for Ty West either. I'm sorry, he can see himself right out.
So
it's on the door. Ty West need not apply.
I say Ty West, Lee Winnell. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm putting on the door. Get out of here. You're dead to us. So Dave gets up, punches Eli Roth in the mouth. He collapses. The security drags him out. We shut the door. Finally.
No, he could also fucking.
Finally, we say.
What? Another knock at the door.
It's late at night. We've eaten Chinese food. We're trying to narrow it down to these 4 directors.
Mm-hmm.
A knock on the door. We all look at each other. A little bit of fear in our hearts. Who else could it be? We get up. We walk over to the door. It's Nicolas Cage. And he goes, I have one of the most successful horror movies of the long legs. I would like to not only produce one of these, but star in it. Which one are you giving me?
I will have my genitals surgically made into a tongue. Yeah. Because I'm a method actor.
I will. The only way Nicolas Cage can be in our movie is if he is in unrecognizable prosthetic. He does not speak, and he gets ripped apart in 2 seconds that he's on screen. Done.
He would make a good Mad Gasser then, because he's already out of his mind.
That's true.
He has a full mask on. He's not going to be able to speak.
He's not going to be able to speak.
Yeah. So wait.
He's just going to move like that anyway.
Wait, do we cast this movie with people notoriously bad to try to typecast them into places we know will make them good?
No, they don't deserve our movie.
That's true.
Don't.
Okay, so we're in this meeting. We're prepping all of our movies, Eli. I get a text and I say, guys, I just got a text. I know he wasn't on the schedule, but I just got a passionate plea from somebody who I can't even believe is reaching out to us, because it's the one genre he said he always wanted to make a movie in, but never has. Quentin Tarantino wants to make Taste Bud.
No.
No.
Listen.
He always has wanted to make a horror movie, and I don't know what a Quentin Tarantino horror movie would be. But he understands Grindhouse, and he does great dialogue.
But he can maybe have some in on that, like some creative
screenwrite for us.
Yeah, something. But what if I have a knock at the door too for you, Eli?
Okay.
Now we're sitting there.
I like Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
But
and then we're going to stop talking about. Yeah, it doesn't. No.
Just don't think it would work with the movies we're making. Okay.
There's a knock on the door.
Okay.
Heard you guys are talking about making movies, and Kevin Smith.
Oh man.
He's like, I made Tusk, one of the best horror movies.
I would say, listen. I appreciate.
I'd say Kevin Smith, you could sit at our table. We'd love to have you. Don't say a word.
We will make you the promoter of our movies. Yeah. You will be in charge of
I don't know, but I like Red State a lot.
I didn't really like it, but remember, our movies are gory though.
True.
I don't know.
True. I'll be like, how about you help us? You can proofread and help with our writing. We'll give you a writer's credit.
You're going to make him an office manager.
No. You can help write. Make sure he's very good at dialogue. You can help write our teenage dialogue. And stuff.
If you run Quentin Tarantino off and hire Kevin Smith to do your dialogue, I don't know what.
Yeah, but with Quentin Tarantino, it's all going to be like
Tarantino's going to do one of the.
Quentin Tarantino's like, let me get one of them feet scenes in there. I'm like,
no,
exactly.
The fucking liquor one is going to have plenty.
He's going to lick him.
He's got to lick some feet. Then he's going to be like, let's put Brad Pitt in. I'm like, I don't want Brad Pitt in any of these.
He smells funny.
Yeah, like no Brad Pitt. What about Leo? No, this isn't a movie for Leo either. Samuel Jackson. Okay, maybe that one. Okay, do you have his number? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, well, thank you for coming. But we're gonna have to ask you to leave now.
Just leave that with our secretary.
Because I literally, if we could just get Samuel Jackson and Taste Bud to wherever he's at, whatever room he's in, be like, I'm tired of this motherfucking liquor and this motherfucker wherever. Then I've done right by this world.
You've done your job.
Done my job.
Well, it sounds like we need to just make our plans to be billionaires now, because it sounds like that's where we're headed.
Listen,
we did a good job, guys.
Listen,
good work tonight.
Listen, I just would
I'm exhausted. I need to take tomorrow off.
I didn't know it was going to turn into this.
Better than this when you made me solve New Jersey. Just magic.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. All I know is this whole time I've kept waiting for someone to invite us to like a haunted place or a weird place. And I'm just saying, listeners, you're kind of slacking, but whatever. Now, okay.
I ain't mad at you.
Ain't mad, but just saying your boy's waiting. But if any episode was going to have someone reach out and be like, hey, let's cut your jibs. This one might be it.
Yeah.
This one might be because that
some places we gotta send this someplace. We gotta,
So Lionsgate, if you're tired of seeing 400-year-old,
if you're tired of making crappy horror movies,
Tobin Bell play Jigsaw when he's like 50, which was 1,000 years ago, and try to make us all believe this took place before the first movie. And I'm not entirely sure Tobin Bell didn't die, and you're just puppeting his corpse. We got a trap movie that it's going to be better. So
it's full AI.
And I promise you, Lionsgate, There will not be a single scene where we try to do a flashback and convince people our killer is younger by just having him wear a backwards baseball cap. We won't do it. We have integrity.
Do we?
Apparently.
Yeah, we turned down Quentin Tarantino. That shows integrity. Dave punched Eli Roth. Integrity.
I mean, that's just the right thing to do, right? I don't know.
I think so. So people, get ready. Your new slasher for this new golden age of horror, The Mad Gasser.
I like it.
It's coming.
It's a gas.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. Hey Dave, why don't you tell these fine folks about the Wicked Wild?
Well, thanks for watching. Just remember, through the month of October, you're going to get both a movie review and a campfire tale every single week. So be looking forward to more top shelf. We've been pent up in 2024. The energy has been toxic, and we are just exercising some demons on this podcast through October. So be looking forward to that. You can subscribe to us and follow us on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you want to follow us on social media, give us your feedback, or talk up your position in this new movie studio that we're obviously creating. You can follow us on X at Wicked Wild We Are, Slasher, the horror only community at Wicked Wild We Are, or we're on Instagram at Wicked Wild Pod. We also have a website, thewickedwild.com. And if you have any emails or feedback or anything you want to give me, you can send me an email at podcast@thewickedwild.com. And we're on YouTube. So if you prefer to consume your wacky media via YouTube, we're on there. Just search the Wicked Wild Podcast. That's all I've got.
Ooh. Well, hey, everybody. So the next exciting Camp Wicked Wild Campfire Tales. We'll see y'all then. And just as a side note to end this so it can't be argued before I hit end recording, people, you better expect the Mad Gasser tagline will be crop dusting has never been so deadly. Good night. Bye.
Oh my God.